Let us let me have Hariprasad. Why don't you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So yesterday we learned something. So what is that we learned? Yesterday we discussed some parameters, okay, some concept of CS amplifier. What is that we
Bypass.
learned? Yeah,
Bypass.
yeah. What is the significance? Why we want to bypass? Okay, what is the advantage of going for source degeneration resistance? Can you just recollect?
Sir, to get the
First thing, okay, why we should go for source degeneration resistance?
sir to get
Yeah, to have stability in the circuit, so
yes,
that
sir,
the
yes, sir.
gain doesn't change, okay, for variation in the parameters. So we, of course, we took the example of R2. So R2 may actually change the value of VGS, which is in turn changing the value of ID. That may initially, okay, finally affect your gain. Of course, current can also be changed because of temperature changes. If temperature changes, these semiconductor components like MOSFET, they are all current dependent, sorry, temperature dependent thing. Suppose if temperature, assume that you are working with the designed amplifier, maybe in Tumkur, where the temperature will be around 28 to 35. Suppose you take the same amplifier, if you go to Kashmir during winter, where the temperature is very less, then your design will change. If you take the same amplifier, if you go to Jaipur or Rajasthan, where the temperature is very high, the same transistor or the same circuit will have a totally different gain, because you're not changing anything. Since the temperature is changing, that will certainly affect the value of ID. In such cases, we have to make the system to be stable irrespective of whatever the temperature is. So in order to have such type of stability, we go for this source degeneration resistance. Even if the current increases or decreases, the gain should almost remain constant. So that is the advantage. But of course, it was coming at the cost of reduction in the. Of course, one more advantage of going for source degeneration is linearity will be better. So maybe sometime I'll just demonstrate, okay, how do you measure the linearity of a circuit. So just give me some time, okay, so that I can able to show you the simulation of that. So of course, which is an added portion of it. I cannot ask too many questions on that, maybe in the test or so on. So because you may simply write two lines, okay, it will increase the linearity and it will improve the stability. So that is not the only intention. So let me demonstrate, okay, how it will improve the linearity by doing one or two simulations. That I may do it a bit late. Uh, of course, so we were getting that improved stability at the cost of reduction in the gain. So we want to have better stability, as well as the gain which was coming should also be same. So then what we did,
So then,
okay, it was coming at the cost of reduction in the
how
gain. No? How did we overcome that? How did we overcome that reduction of gain? Forgot.
no, sir, remember
Only two concepts we
bypass.
discussed. Bypass capacitor.
Bypass capacitor. Yes,
So,
sir.
but what is the significance of bypass capacitor? Why it is called as bypass? What it is bypassing?
Sir, to get the stability.
To get the stability, use RS, man. It is not stability. You're not using bypass capacitor for improving the stability. Sorry, improving the what
To
stability.
remove RS.
Yeah, RS is still there. You're not removing RS. The purpose of bypass. Why the name bypass? So of course, there was one student with me. Okay, we were talking about what is bypass, where is bypass, all those things. For
Yes,
what
sir.
you are providing the bypass? Now, unless you relate the concepts to some real-time examples, it is difficult to understand. So we took the example of traffic, heavy traffic, and then will you
Yes, sir.
prefer that traffic road or traffic free road, all those things.
So to avoid traffic.
Yeah. So what is that? Why that capacitor is called as bypass capacitor? It bypasses what? Can somebody unmute yourself and say?
High frequency AC current.
Yeah. Any AC signal parameters which is having bit higher frequency will certainly find the path through the capacitor to the ground more easier compared to the resistance. More easier compared to the resistance. So that why that bypass capacitor will certainly bypasses the AC component of the signal. The DC component will still flow through the resistor. It will still flow
RS.
through the resistor. So the equivalent circuit, okay, as we discussed, you can see the equivalent circuit, even though you had this RS, so there was a RS. Where is that? Where is that? Okay, let me just go somewhere here. Okay, this is that RS was there. The moment you put this capacitor, so that will be get short circuited, because for all AC analysis you will consider capacitor as a short circuit. No, you're not simply considering it as a short circuit, because it will behave like a short circuit, because at higher frequencies the reactance offered by that is we assume it to be 0. So it's not 100% 0. So because we know that as the frequency is high, the reactance is less, so you short circuit this capacitor, representation is this short circuit, and this bypass capacitor is represented by this short circuit. Then this is not having the effect against this short circuit for AC analysis. So this minus Gm into RD by 1 plus Gm into RS will become just, okay, this will go off. So this RS will become 0. Once it becomes 0, this by 1 will be equal to minus Gm into RD. Is that fine?
Sir.
Okay. Then we'll just go back to frequency response, and then try to spend some time on, of course, some dominant pole, all those things. So maybe let me just okay. Of course, I have not evaluated all the papers, so I have gone through very few papers. Somehow I didn't find most of you could not answer this frequency response question. I don't know. Of course, most of you spend a lot of time in question number 1, 2, 3, where I didn't expect too much of that, because you have to look at the marks that has been allotted to that. Okay, if it is 5, 6 marks allotted, you are writing what story about that. Okay, so many things, and wherever it is just, okay, 4, 5 line answer. So you're of course, whenever there is a calculator involved, you're all, most of you would not able to do it, and of course there is a lot of conceptual things you are still not getting it. So I don't know, okay, what is the thing there. You're still in the mood of what BEC, what is that, Beck. So most of the cases you are simply applying Ohm's law, where it is not relevant there. So let us discuss all those things later. Okay, if it is this, CGSO is equal to CGDO is equal to 100 nanofarad per meter, W by L is equal to some 100, if L is equal to 0.18 micrometer, then what is CGSO is equal to CGDO in farads? How do I find? This is in farad per meter. How do I find it in farad? How do I find it in farad? So I know that this is per unit width capacitance. How do you get the capacitance of that overlap capacitance? This is actually
Multiplied with by width, sir.
100 nanofarad per meter multiplied by the width. So what is width now?
1.8.
What is width?
18.
So of course it is 100 into so and so. 100 into this, it will be 80 nanometer. It is 100 nanofarad per meter multiplied by 18 micrometer. Can somebody give the value? Because it is 1.8. What is that? Okay, meter will go off. Nano femto, sorry, nano and kilo is there. Some picofarad.
1.8
is it 1.8 picofarad?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is CGSO is equal to CGDO in farad. Correct? Shall we write the equivalent circuit? All of you start writing the equivalent circuit for this. Okay, let me assume this as 0.1 microfarad. Of course, I'll be asking you people to show the equivalent circuit. There are 49 students. Okay, let me start writing this. Okay, let me write it for the, okay, let me also assume that there is a R signal of around 10 kilo ohm. R signal of around 10 kilo ohm. So in the last class we didn't discuss about this dominant poles and all those things. Did we discuss?
No, sir.
Okay, let me just give that why it is called as dominant pole, what are the significance of dominant pole, all those things. I think most of you could able to write this. This ultimately comes down to much more. This is because maybe in the solution you might have seen that it is very clearly given. Now you're feeling how the first semester courses were there and how does the third semester courses how they are different. I think in first semester most of you are banking on the notes. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Here even notes is there, but the questions are not the same as you. This is not there. This is GM into VGS. This is again RD. Now if any of you have any doubt, just raise your hand or just unmute yourself and then start questioning. So what is seen, is it equal to CGSO plus CGDO into 1 plus magnitude of AV, and then C2 is CGDO into 1 plus 1 over magnitude of AV. Is that correct? Of course, Rin is R1 parallel R2. Okay, this I have taken. Let me take R1 is equal to 200k, and let me see if I have some simulated result so that I can directly go there instead of I taking different values. Okay, frequency response circuit. Okay, let me just slightly modify these things. This is F5.
So screen not visible.
Yeah, I'll make it visible. You start doing the calculation. Is it now visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is now F3. Okay, this is okay. Let me change the WBL to this will be 100. Fine. 100k. Okay, this is. Let me take R1 as 200k and R2 as 100k. Can we estimate what is F1, F2, F3? I'll go back here. Where is okay, how do I share my camera? Okay, is camera visible? Camera content. Fine. Can somebody say what is F1? Okay, instead of simply asking you to say F1, so let me write the frequency response and then ask you what is first cutoff frequency, second cutoff frequency, and third cutoff frequency. This is this, and there will be a change in slope here. So that I'll tell you what do you mean by change in slope? F1, F2, F3. Sorry. This is frequency wise. This is gain in dB. Done? Hello.
Yes.
Hari Prasad. Okay. Okay, is there any students, okay, where you're finding it difficult to connect because of heavy rains or not getting the proper network? Any of you, or who are unable to get connected? So if you have any such issues, okay, let me know. Is all of you are safe and then doing well? Is there anybody facing any difficulty in terms of, okay, sir, it is flooded, or I have a lot of issues in terms of power supply and all those things? No such issues. For this F1, so what is this 1 over 2 pi? Which R and which C? Which R and which C? So this is due to what? This is due to what? This is due to high pass filter. Correct? Is it CC and R in?
Yes, sir.
Of course, don't look into your old notes and then start answering it. So have a look at the circuit. Can you see here? For lower frequencies, this offers higher resistance. So this is there. This will not be there. So for lower frequencies, this is offering very high resistance. When it comes in parallel, so you can neglect this. So you'll be neglecting this. You'll be making this short. When I say neglect, this will open circuit. This is open. This is shorted. So how does this look like? So this look like a high pass filter. So high pass filter is CC and RN. That's why it is CC and RN. That's how you should remember the conceptually the things. So you cannot, how many things you remember? Now it is hardly 1 month. You have few equations. So by another 15 days, another 50 equations will add. By the end of the semester, you'll be having 150 equations. You'll go mad. So never try to remember the equation. Try to get it from the circuit. And never by heart any equation. So you'll terribly fail because you don't know. You have CC, C in C2, which one to plug in? So you have R in R signal, this RD. So you'll go mad. For this F2, there are two low pass filters. One is due to this R signal and C in. Other is due to, okay. On the other day, I was telling you that this also looked like a low pass filter. Did I?
Yes, sir, you have.
Yeah. I said okay. I want to explain. Can you see this is a current source? This is a current source. Like, can you see this is a current source?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Can I replace that by a voltage source, something like this? So this current source, can I replace it by voltage source? Correct. Okay, maybe minus plus. So shall I put this capacitor here? This is C2. This is RD. This is the equivalent voltage, some Vx. So is it now a low pass filter? You can see there is a RD, there is a C2. Here also can you see there is a R signal and C in. Correct?
Sir.
So that's why this is also constituting a low pass filter. Correct? So
Sir.
let us see F2 is what? 1 over 2 pi R signal and C in. Next is RD seat. Okay, sorry. Is that fine?
Sir.
Okay, shall we know what is R in now with the values of R1, R2 and so on? So is it R in is equal to 66.6 kilo ohms? Parallel combination of these two.
Yes, sir. 100.
Yeah.
200.
Can somebody find AV for all this? Okay, how do you find AV? Quickly. AV is nothing but minus GM into RD. GM is nothing but under root of 2 ID Kp W by L. ID is equal to half Kp W by L VGS minus VTO whole square. VGS is equal to R2 because VDD R2 by R1 plus R2. So this is the hierarchy. Correct? You know this, you can find this, then this, then this. Shall we do it now?
Sir.
Surprisingly, for one of the question, most of you, I don't know, I can clearly see it's a copied one. All of you put VGS is totally different, which is then the circuit is different, and what you written is different. I'll just give the proof for all those things. Don't worry. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಗಮ್ಮನ್ನುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅದೇ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂತು ಒಂದು ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಾಪಿಗಿದ್ನಪ್ಪ ಓಕೆ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಇಸ್ VGS quickly no you are 49 students okay 48 students are there why can't you one of you can do this how much is 1.8 into
0.6
0.6 then this okay it is 100 exponential minus 6 into 100 888 microampere and then this make it fast
millisecond.
What millisecond? Millisecond? Siemens. It is not second. Siemens. Unit of transconductance is not second. It is Siemens or ohm inverse. I was writing yes. So I was saying that it is Siemens. It is not second. How much is this? 2 into 888 exponential minus 6 into 200 exponential minus 6 into 100 equals under root of answer is 5.95 millisiemens. Correct? Hello?
Got sir, yes.
ಹೇಳ್ರಪ್ಪ ನೀವಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಡ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ
0.8.
8.93 is the gain. Correct? This is what volt per volt. That's what you can see. It's not that like by practice I'm doing it. So there is nothing like practice in this. So I'm just simply substituting the way how you all substitute. So we have the equation. I'm just going bottom up. So we wrote the equation from top to down. So I have to calculate from bottom to up because I know this. I can because I have to find AV. In this I know the value of RD. I don't know. So what are the equation I have written? So in this I know this. I don't know this. I'm written the equation. So in this I know everything except VGS. I wrote this equation. Then done. So this is how you should develop the not the art, the way how you write the things. Suppose if you do it like this, then I'll certainly okay. Then what is CGSO CGDOS? Can we find this now? This is 1.8. So what is seen now? Is it 1.8 picofarad plus 1.8 picofarad into 1 plus 8.93? It's magnitude, no? And then it is 1.83. This is C2. C2 is, one of you find out the value. Picofarad into 1 plus 1 over 8.93. Give me this. Don't substitute pico all those things. Pico finally it will come as pico only. So the only problem with you people is you try to put pico here and then do all those things. So that will take a lot of time. It is 1.8 into, of course you may be good in that also, 9.93 plus 1.8. Is it 19.76? Sorry, 67?
43.5.
Oh, 43.5. Is it 1.8 or is it 18? Here. How much is this? Is this fine?
Sir, 1.8.
Then how about this? Is this fine? If this is 1.8, then how about this? No, I don't know. You have to tell.
Sir, 19.67 only, sir.
Perfect. So somebody said 43 something. Who? Okay. How about this? It is 8.93 whole inverse.
16.
Okay, what is that 116 point? One more answer. Is it 2.03?
Yes.
No, first let me tell you, okay, whether it is 1.8 or 18. If it is 18, I think it is coming out as 40 something. Hello.
This 1.8 only.
Okay, 1.8 only. Is this fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So can we now find, okay, what is F1, F2, F3s? It is now 1 over 2 pi R signal into CC, 1 over 2 pi R in into, sorry, it's not R signal, R in. This is R signal into C in. This is because why it is R in is because I want to have a resistor in the parallel path. So this is coupling. Okay, this is how I have. This is a low pass filter, high pass filter. This is a low pass filter. This is also a low pass filter. This is R in CC. This is R signal C in. This is RD C2. Correct? This is the R signal C in. How about this? 1 over 2 pi RD C2. Can you give me all this? R signal you take it as 10 kilo ohm. Are you all there with me or are you all gayab? Hello?
Yes, sir. There, sir.
Yeah, tell me the answer. F1.
F1
Huh?
23 into 10 to the power of 9.
Hey, Bengala. 23 hertz ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅದು. 2 into pi into how much is R in? 66.66 exponential 3 into 0.1 exponential minus 6. 1 over that is 23.87. ಅದು ಇನ್ನು 10 to the power of ಅದೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ 23.87 hertz. Correct? No, first get used to the calculator. Nothing will come. you cannot expect your calculator to give the calculation by just looking at the values. It's only you are supposed to feed feed the values properly and get it. Why you are getting the 10 to minus c is you didn't substitute cc is equal to 0.1 micro kilo, all those things you have to substitute now.
Yes. I put micro millis. Sorry, milli micro.
Okay, that's where you people will. How about F2? How about others? What others are doing?
809.5 kilohertz.
809.5 kilohertz. 809 kilohertz. Then F3. Make it fast. Each one of you can find. You can just give the answer within no time. No, you know RD is 1.5k, which is already there. If you have the circuit written with you, and then you would have written how much is RD. Otherwise, they should ask me, no. How much is RD? It's 1.5k. That's why we got the value. Gain is how much? Gain was 8 point something, 8.93. Okay, let me write RD is equal to 1.5k. What is F3? It is not necessary to ask you people. Into 2 into. Is it not 52 megahertz? Am I correct? Hello? Huh?
1 minute.
Okay, Kusuma, what is the value? Kusuma. What is the value? Are you all with the calculator or what? So as we did in the what is that test, we need to ask you to open that, turn on your videos, cameras. Kusuma, tell me how much is F3? She is unmuted. She is unable to speak. I can't hear you, madam. Kusuma, I can't hear you.
5.2 megahertz.
5.2 or
5.
52? It is what is it is 2.03 exponential minus 12 into how
52,
much is
sir.
RD? 1.5 exponential 3 into 2 into pi equals 1 over that. It is 52. Ring ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ. Use this engineering. If you click on that, it will come directly. Can you see it is 52.93 megahertz? Sorry, 52.26 megahertz per 6.
Yes, sir.
You people count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you don't miss out. Don't do that. Okay, this engineering will give you that value directly. You'll get this actually. What is that you are getting? You are getting, I think you may be getting this. In that case, you just, did anybody get anything other than this? Hello.
Now got, sir.
Maulya ji.
Hello, sir.
What is the value of F3?
52.26 megahertz.
How much time does it require this much time to calculate?
No, sir.
There are only two values to be substituted. RD you know, CT we calculated, 2 into pi, 1 over that. I think most of you didn't have the calci with you. Now Shinabanu, if
Yes, sir.
this is the fate of calculating this value of F2, F3, I'm very much worried. No, AMCD is just only 10% you learned. Another 90% is left out. If you're exhausted by this time, then only God only has to save you. Venkat Sai, sorry, Sai Venkat Sandeep.
Sir.
Where are you, man?
Sir, I got 53, sir. Nearly 52.
Where are you first? Where are you?
In room, sir. In home.
Your room is in traffic or what? Where is
No,
your
sir.
house? I can able
Hindupur,
to hear.
sir.
I can able to hear lot of vehicles.
I don't know, sir.
What you don't? Yashaswini.
Yes, sir.
What are the values? Did you get all the three values?
Yes, sir. I got.
Got it after me, after mine, or you got it before?
Sir, after you, sir.
What is that much difficulty here? Okay, now let us. Can we plot the graph as per this? Now, which one may be okay? Let us forget about this. Suppose if I think that this is first frequency, least one. This is the second one. This is the third one. Correct? Forget about it is F1, F2, F3. Let us not say that okay, F2 is due to this and F3 is due to this. So shall I now say this is my frequency response, something like this. It comes down like this, and then it is here and this. Can you see there is a change in slope? It was going up, it has changed. It has changed here, and it was going down. Of course, it was going straight. It has modified its slope. And then it was going like this. So if it was gone like that, it would have went like this. But there is a change here. So this is cutoff frequencies are those frequencies at which there is a change in the slope. Getting the point? Who is there with me? Vilas or someone. See here.
Yes, sir.
I'm just keep moving like this. Is the slope constant? Here. I'm just moving in this direction. Is the slope constant?
Yes, sir.
See here, I'm just moving like this. Is the slope constant throughout this line? Come on.
Yes.
Slope
Yes,
constant idelle, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You say yes or no loudly. Other you'll be in ambiguity. Now at this point it has changed. Can you see the slope has changed?
Yes, sir.
This point where there is a change in slope happens, that I'll call it as cutoff frequency. If there was no slope change in the slope, it would have went like this. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is one cutoff frequency. Assume that now it is keep moving like this, keep moving like this. So it suddenly came down. Of course, ideally speaking, suppose if it suddenly comes down, can you see there is a change in slope?
Yes,
If
sir.
there
Yes,
was no change, it would have went like this. Can you see here?
yes, sir.
That's why I will see there is one more cutoff frequency. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And if it is keep moving like this, at some point it just changes the slope. Can you see there is a change in slope from this to this? If there was no change in slope, it would have went like this. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So across the frequencies, there is one frequency where there is a change in slope. There is one more frequency where there is a change in slope. There is one more frequency, there is a change in slope. So these are called as cutoff frequencies F1, F2, F3. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is keep going like this. At some point it changes the shape. So this is one cutoff frequency. It is keep remaining constant and it changes. There is one more cutoff frequency. It was going like this, it just bends. Now this bending is not as sharp here. Now it is, because it will not happen sharply, it will happen at gradual. So this is the third cutoff frequency. So we will name it as F1, F2, F3. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now the question is, this is due to what? This is due to what? This is due to what? So forget about this numbering. If I see this, which one is coming first? So like in Kaun Banega Karorpati, they'll ask now, put the things in in the increasing order. Suppose if I ask you to put the things in increasing order, which one you say as per this? Okay, F1, F2, F3. Start first low frequency. Which is that? Fastest finger madapne, no? 23 hertz. So the components that are responsible for this change in frequency are what? R, in and CC. Am I correct? Similarly, which is the next cutoff frequency? It is this.
809.
Correct? So it is due to which component?
R signal C.
So this change is due to R signal and C in. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Now there is one more change happening. This is due to what? RD and C2. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
So these are the changes that are happening at different frequencies F1, F2, F3, so on so. Correct? Now here I was exactly pointing to this point. Correct? Why I was pointing to exactly this point? Because it was a sharp changeover. Since here it is not sharp changeover, we take 3 dB down. Correct?
Yes, sir.
3 dB down and then find what is this frequency, find what is this frequency. This is bit crucial. So of course not crucial, this is not that much significant. We simply notice where there is a changes. So let us not too much worry about this frequency while finding it in the simulation. So we will not find this particular frequency, but you can certainly see there is a change in slope. So we are interested in this frequency and this frequency. Now why we consider only up to 3 dB? I think I have said it is 3 dB corresponds to half power point. Did I? Hello? Hello?
Yes. Yes, yes, sir.
3 dB is 0.707 volts, which corresponds to half the power of your output voltage compared to this point. We are not considering any power which is lesser than half. So these are all insignificant. So the frequency which decides the 3 dB point is called as dominant frequency. That is, this is my dominant frequency. correct? We also call this in terms of control system, this we call it as a pole. A pole. We call this as dominant pole. Dominant pole. So this is a dominant pole which decides the bandwidth of the amplifier. Can you see here now? F2 is the dominant pole because this comes before F3. Correct? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So what we'll do, we will go to simulation and then do the simulation of this and then try to find out where is the simulation. Okay, I will do it. I will find what is. What is the first cutoff frequency? 23 point something. How do I find? I have to place this frequency at 3 dB down. Just have a look at this. This should become 3 dB. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Am I there close to 3 dB?
Yes, sir. 2.9.
2.9, 2.9. Can you see the frequency is almost 20 point something?
Sir.
Here? Almost 23 hertz. 23 hertz is required. You are getting 21 hertz. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Next, let us find out what is. Of course, can you find the gain here? Gain is 8.93 theoretically speaking. It will not be exactly 8.93 in simulation wise. I will tell you why. How much is that 8.93 corresponds to? Sorry, this 11.38 dB corresponds to 10 to the power of 11.38 divided by 20. Oh, why it is 3 point something? Why the gain is
ID.
So ID value is taken wrong.
ID.
I know it's
ID
not given
value
by
is
myself, it's given by One of your
So
friends
it
said it.
will be 400.
ID is 400 microamperes.
Microamperes.
Now you are telling. So fast. How about this ID? This GM? Then entire thing will change. I don't know what you
Yes.
are doing. Is this fine? This will also change. No, this will also change. Everything will change. I don't know what you people will be doing. So why you kept quiet? Okay, till I verify this. Yeah, can I find this? What is this now? What is GM?
4 millisiemens.
Millisiemens.
How much is this?
-2 gain.
Minus?
6.
Minus 6.
Six,
Then what is this?
F1
This
is 23
This
point.
6. Okay, how much is this? How much is this? Give me this. I don't know what people will be doing. Okay, when you do something, I didn't calculate the value of ID. When you calculate, somebody said I just took it. Somebody should say, sir, this is not the answer. This is the answer. I don't know what it is.
Cin is 14.4
14.4 picofarad.
picofarad. C2 is 2.1 picofarad.
2.1 picofarad, not much change. How about this F1? F1, I think F1 is almost same because there is no much
Yes.
change there. Here
F2
there is a
is
slight change.
1.1 gigahertz. F2.
F2 is 1.1 gigahertz. Is it? I don't
Yes.
think so. Okay, then F1, F3,
F3 is 50 megahertz.
50 megahertz. Okay, fine. Okay, now let us verify all these things. Okay, this is one. Okay, we are looking at F2 as okay, now 1.1 gigahertz. Let me just find out how much is Rin. 66.6 exponential 3 into how much is Cin. Cin is actually 14.4 exponential minus 12 into 2 into pi 1 over that is 165 kilohertz. How come it is? This is 165 kilohertz. Am I correct? R signal is 10k. Sorry.
Sir, you've taken R in.
Wait. R signal is how much? 10k. 10 exponential 3 into 14.4 exponential minus 12 into 2 into pi Is this 1 hour? This is okay. It's 1.1 megahertz, not gigahertz. Mega. This is 1.1 mega. So be careful with megas and gigas. It is 10 power 6. 10 power 9 is mega. Sorry, 10 power 9 is giga. Okay, now we are looking at 1.1 megahertz because it's not coming there. So as per that, it was not coming. That's why I just wanted to verify. Can you see now it is 3 dB down? Are you getting close to 1 megahertz? You are there. Can you see here? It's 1.25 megahertz. It's almost 1.1 megahertz.
Yes, sir.
This is what? And then of course the second frequency, as I said, you cannot see because there are so many other parasitics involved in this, which is now out of scope of your learning at this point of time. So that's why I can't just show you that higher frequency thing. So this you cannot make out because it is not significant at this point of time. So let us not too much worry about it. Let us look at F1 and F2. So which is dominant pole now? F2 or F3? Which one is the least? The least is 1.1, no? This is 1.1. This is, when I say least, it is not between F1, F2, F3. It is between F2, F3.
Yes, sir.
So between F2, F3, F2 is least. So that's why that is dominant. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So now, what I'll do, I will change R signal. What do you mean by what is an ideal source? Current source, sorry, a voltage source. How does the ideal current source? Okay, what is an ideal current source? Current or voltage source? Does it have very less resistance? Hello.
Ideal.
No, ideal source, voltage source should have zero resistance, no?
Yes, sir.
So since I put 10 kilo ohm, so this was dominating. Fine, this was dominating. What was dominating? The dominant pole was due to F2. Correct? Let me make it 10 ohm now. What is the change that I have made? Hello.
10 kilo. From 10 kilo ohm, 10 volts.
What?
Sir, R signal.
Source resistance I have reduced from 10 kilo ohm to 10 ohm. I have reduced by almost 1000 times. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if I do this and if I redo the simulation, what might can happen? What might can happen here? So what are the changes that will happen in this F2? Yeah, come.
F2 will change.
Only F2 will change. Why? Only F2 will change?
R
Because
signal is
R signal
changed.
is only in F2. Neither this will change nor this will change, because if this has to change, R signal has to change. Sorry, R in has to change. R in depends on what? R in depends on what? R1, R2.
Yes, sir.
R1, R2.
You're not changing R1, R2, so R in doesn't change. Are you changing CC?
No, sir.
No. So that's why this remains constant. Come to this. Are you changing RD?
No, sir.
Are you changing C2?
No, sir.
What do you mean by changing C2? When does C2 change?
And CGDO.
See, C2 can change when there is a change in gain. C2 can change when there is a change in CGDO. CGDO can change when there is a change in width. Correct? You are not changing width, you are not changing CGDO, you are not changing gain. So this remains constant. Sorry, where is that? C2. So there is no change in F3 also. How about this? Since you have modified R signal almost 1000 times, does this frequency increase by 1000 times?
Yes, sir.
So this was 1.1 megahertz. Will it become now 1.1 gigahertz?
Yes, sir.
So now, see, this was your cutoff frequency. This was your frequencies F1, F3, F3. Earlier, what was the frequencies? This is 23 hertz. This was 1.1 megahertz. This was what? 52 megahertz. Correct? Now, will it change to, will it be 23 hertz again? Does this move to 1.1 gigahertz? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, does this 1.11 gigahertz comes after 52 or before 52? because 1.1 megahertz, sorry, gigahertz is here. So does the plot changes to something like this now? Just give me time. Will it be now something slightly different? It will extend now. This will continue now. Why it is continuing? Because this is no more there. This is not there now. This has been shifted now. So before that this comes. So will it have a change here now? See, now it is happening at 52 point something megahertz, and then it comes here. From there it comes down. Correct? This was your earlier dominant pole. Now the dominant pole is now F3. Getting the point? This is very important. Now you have still, earlier this was 23 hertz, this was how much, 1.1 megahertz, this was 52 megahertz. So which was less among these two? 1.1 megahertz was least. Now what is this? This is 1.1 giga, this is 52 mega, this is 23 hertz. Which is least among these two?
52 megahertz.
So this becomes the dominant pole. This becomes the dominant pole. Now is it now this is your frequency response? So this is not the bottleneck now. What is the bottleneck? So what do I mean by bottleneck is, now the bandwidth is how much for the second case? For the first case 1, what was the bandwidth? Was it equal to 1.1 megahertz?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For the second case, for the case 2, what is the bandwidth? Is it 52 megahertz?
No. Yes, sir.
Oh, what do you mean by case 1? RS is equal to 10k. When RS is equal to RS, it's not RS, R signal. This is R signal 10k, this is R signal 10 ohm.
10 ohm.
Now when I just come down here, this is now made 10 ohm. Just have a look at this. This is now how much? 1 megahertz. This is 1 megahertz. This will move to 1 gigahertz. Before that we were not seeing that 52 kilohertz. 52 megahertz was not visible now here. Correct?
Sir.
Was the 52 megahertz visible?
No, sir.
No. That will come to existence. So what I'll do, I will run. Can you see how it is coming?
Sir.
So this is no more there. Why it is no more there? Because that is there at 1 gigahertz. If you put this and try to find what is the bandwidth, so how do I find the bandwidth? It is 3 dB down. Where is 3 dB down? Is it 3 dB down? It's not it. Am I there close to now? Still not. Am I there now?
Sir, now.
Okay.
Sir.
Can you see 57 megahertz? Of course, slight variation. It's not a problem. Correct?
Sir.
See now, this is the way how we're going to, how the F2 and F3s can interchange their position. In the earlier case, what was coming first?
F2.
Okay, now let me just compare both the results. Are all of you with me or खो गए? सब लोग मेरे पास है ना? Are you all there with me? Oh, time up, huh? What do you have next class?
CIP.
CIP. Okay, just enjoy CIP. So of course we'll have few more classes. If this is the pace of learning, okay, it will take a lot of time. So maybe tomorrow we'll have some extra class, or maybe in the afternoon, because now you're all free now. So now you should be in a position to learn at a better pace. So, okay, I want all of you to evaluate your marks and then give me before today 8 o'clock. So if you're not giving, I will not give your marks. So your marks will not be entered into calculating CI. Each one of you should give the complete split up of 1 ABC, 2 ABC, 3 ABC. All the split up should be there. Maybe I'll just send you the Google form. You just enter it and then send it to me. Of course, be honest. If you copied the answer, make it as 0 and then give me, because I know, okay, you're all copied 1 or 2 bits. So I'll give you the proof later. So who has copied? Of course, I'll not take the names. So before I take the name, make sure that you're not giving marks for yourself. Okay, fine. Thank you so much.